TK, the Raisin Man.
All right, we are back with the Denver Broncos, man. This Denver Broncos team last year surprised some people. Pat, with a 10-7 record last year for the Broncos. This year they got them at 9.5 wins per BetMGM. Strength of schedule 15th in the league, so about mid-pack. This Broncos team with your boy Bo Nix,
yes, sir,
definitely shocked a lot of people. So I want you to go in and talk a little bit about what the Broncos did, man, and why they were able to catch some teams by surprise last year, man. What are they cooking over there in Denver, Pat, man?
Man, they are cooking up something special over there in Denver, man. I told people that Bo Nix was going to be a lot better than he was given credit for. Everybody went to his Auburn years and just overlooked what he did over there at Oregon. Bo Nix is a very, very capable quarterback in this league. He has the athleticism. He has the arm. You just have to make his decision-making a lot better. Is he going to be like a guy like Josh Allen and them? No. But he's going to be a very formidable quarterback on a team that is being built by Sean Payton. Sean Payton's offensive systems have always been good, and you don't need to be the strongest arm of quarterback, the most athletic quarterback to have success in his systems. And they are building a defense for the ages over there with the Broncos. They actually getting closer and closer to that Super Bowl winning defense that they had over there in Denver when Peyton Manning was an absolute shell of himself over there. And his last year over there in Denver when they won the Super Bowl. So we will see exactly what they're being built over there with the Broncos, man. But I think they're going to be a very good team again.
I think they are too. They didn't lose much from the team that you're talking about.
Lose nothing.
4 names. I like Javonte Williams, but that's not gonna hurt you. Zach Wilson definitely gonna hurt you. Cody Barton, not missing him, and not missing a punter. So yeah. Not much to talk about here, man.
Nothing.
Because they haven't lost a dang on thing. Excellent job, man, by Sean Payton in that front office over there with the Broncos. Let's look at who they bought in and who they re-signed. J.K. Dobbins, bringing in, adding to the running back room. Also re-signing their fullback. Michael Burton, Evan Ingram coming in from a big name right there, signing a 2-year deal with the Broncos, re-signing old New York Giants legend Matt Pert to a 2-year, $7 million deal. Drake Greenlaw, big name here, coming in on a 3-year deal, man, and Hufanga as well, both from the 49ers. So they plucking some of the 49ers defensive players, man, adding to an already good defense, man. But who you like here, man, out of the signings, man, that they made, Pat?
Man, I like J.K. Dobbins and Evan Ingram on offense. J.K. Dobbins brings that tough short yardage situation running back over there to the Denver Broncos when they need to pick up those 3rd and 1s and 3rd and 2s, or just want to pound the rock at you and knock you off your kilter to allow Bo Nix to will and deal to those receivers that he has over there. Evan Ingram is going to be a major player in that Sean Payton's offense, man. They're going to get Evan Ingram down the field, in the middle of the field, on the sideline. Evan Ingram might have a 100-catch season over there with the Broncos if they do it right. That's what he wants. Remember, he the one that got what's my boy, Jimmy Graham, to go off over there when he was with the Saints. They've always had a tight end, Jared Cook. He did well over there with the Saints. Evan Ingram, I do believe he will do well over there in that Sean Payton offense. Matt Pert, love that re-signing, had a resurgence in his career. Might just been the coaching over there with the Giants, and it seems to be like that with a lot of players coming from the New York Giants. They seem to do a lot better when they get away from that culture that's being built over there with the New York Giants. Matt Pert, very good signing, did what he was supposed to do. DJ Jones is back with for the Broncos, nose tackle, knows what he's supposed to do. Then you bring over this monster and Dre Greenlaw, when healthy, one of the better linebackers in the league. Just as Stranad brought him back. He might not be a starter, but he's definitely one of those rotational guys that comes in there and does what he's supposed to do. And then you get a all-pro safety when he is healthy. They robbed the 49ers of some talent, didn't they? Because DJ Jones came over there from the 49ers too.
Yeah, man.
So I love what this Broncos team did, bro. They did do nothing but get better.
It's
definitely crazy over there.
Holds the 49ers roster as the 49ers are making changes over there, man. We'll get to them later in the preview segment, but yeah, man, definitely gotta like the moves the Broncos made, especially in free agency. Let's take a look at what they did in the draft. Should have been the draft, but well, we can go on the draft here. Because they did bring in Pat Bryant, Savion Jones, who they brought in as well. Your boy Jeremy Crawshaw was drafted by them as well.
Plays Riley Dixon that fast.
Pat Bryant, Kay Robinson, and Caleb Loner, whatever. But looking at their roster, man, overall, man, who do you like, man, and who do you like out of the players that they drafted, man, bringing in with the Broncos here?
I definitely like Pat Bryant, the way they brought him over there. He's definitely that taller receiver that if they need a taller receiver to go out there and get the ball to him, definitely like that move for him right there. And then I actually like the Kershaw move. We talked to him at the Senior Bowl. And he could be a weapon for that defense.
Well, they lost Riley Dixon, so
they replaced him that fast.
Yeah, and that kid can punt.
Man, he was booting it out there at the Senior Bowl, like killing it.
He can kick.
So imagine if your offense at the 30-yard line, he boots that, and he gets them inside the 20, and that defense goes out there and does what they do. He can absolutely be a weapon for this team just by punting the ball well. This team, I like this team going into this season, man. I really do. This could be a surprise team in the AFC this year, man.
They definitely can, man. And when you looking at how they stack up, man, on the offensive end, man, especially on the offensive line, you got Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Minards, and then Mike McGlinchey on that offensive line, man. Very formidable group. Like you said, they brought back Matt Pert as well, who has been playing well for them. Cortland Sutton is a very, very rated wide receiver in this league, in my opinion. Troy Franklin, who had chemistry with Bo Nix, has continued to have chemistry with him in the NFL coming from college. So I do like how they stack up on the offensive end. Here, looking at the defense, though, Pat, what they added with Greenlaw and Hufanga, you know, really, I think can help them go get to that next level. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
vicious, man.
Because you got, look, man, you got PS2, Pat Surtain already in that secondary. Now you got at Hufanga, you know what I'm saying? Riley Moss and Brandon and Jones aren't no slouches.
They're good too.
Right, you know. And then on the linebacker corridor, you already got Nick Bonito, who I like, and then Alex Singleton, but bringing in Dre Greenlaw, man, that bro, DJ Jones and John Franklin Myers on the offensive line. People don't give them enough respect, man. Those are good players as well. So this is a solid team. This is a solid team. This is like a Indiana Pacers type of team, Pat. To be honest with you, man, and we, you know, shout out to the NBA, man. But if we comparing it to basketball, this would be an Indiana, just a well-rounded group of players.
Bro, you know that they got Zach Allen, who played well, DJ Jones, who played well, John Franklin Myers played well, Jonathan Cooper is a monster, Drake Greenlaw's a monster, Alex Singleton's a monster, Nick Bonito played well, Patrick Surtain, the best corner in the league, people say, Hufanga, one of the best safeties in the game, Brandon Jones, a very good safety, Riley Moss is a very good corner. Like it is real out there, bro. It is real out there with that team. They got a front 11. 11 out there with the Broncos, bro. Like, this team could be scary if that offense produces 23 to 24 points. Man, what you gonna do with them?
Like I said, a well-rounded group, man. You know, you look, man. You got Bo Nix, you know, respectable quarterback. You know, he came into the league and he was able to establish himself. One of two rookies who did so last year, in my opinion, him and Jaden Daniels. He did well in that Sean Payton offensive system. Now, they can run the ball too because they have the offensive line to do it. And, you know, you add R.J. Harvey, you bring in J.K. Dobbins, you know what I'm saying? You got Estimane over there on with the running backs. So what we want to do, we want to add to our receiving group. Let's go out and get Evan Ingram, a receiving tight end. You know, we need to get a little bit better on defense. You know, you got ran routed by the Buffalo Bills, I believe, in the playoffs. And bring in Greenlaw, you bring in Hufanga. Okay, now you starting to push that to that next level, man. You know, with the Chargers, I think them and the Chargers, they're gonna be right there, neck and neck in this division, man. Trying to dethrone the Chiefs. I don't think the Raiders are quite there yet, but 9.5, man, as we get to the schedule here, man, for the Denver Broncos. 9.5. Looking at this schedule, I'm going to say, man, I think it's lining up nice. I think it's lining up nice for the Broncos. Now you got it gets a little bit heavy, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, well, you know, towards the middle, I guess, ish part there, you have that stretch with Philly, you know, then you get the two New York teams, Dallas, but then you get Houston, the Raiders, the Chiefs, Washington, Raiders, Green Bay. You know, and then you round off with Jacksonville, Kansas City, and then the Chargers. Their biggest test, again, like the Chargers, is going to come from their division.
Yep.
You know, this year. So, what are you thinking here, Pat? 9.5, over, under?
I'm going over. I'm going over. I think they could be 4-2 in their division, and they're the one team in that AFC West that I know can beat the Eagles. They're the one team from that division that I know could beat the Eagles because their defense is legit enough to where they're not going to allow the Eagles to run that ball all over them like that. And then you got Patrick Surtain matched up with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's a beast.
I think they can sweep the NFC East. To be honest,
yeah,
I think they can.
I think they can too. They're that one team that's dog enough to sweep the whole NFC East.
But I think they're gonna have an issue in their division,
because of the offenses over there in the division. They're more spread out. And they're more
dynamic.
Broncos are built like hit you in the mouth. You coming over there, hit us in the mouth. No, we finna hit you. That's the way they're built. So if their offense is gonna have to produce in those AFC West battles. But their defense, everybody else in the league is in trouble. That's the one division where the offenses can, make them run and make them tired and get plays here or there. But if you're not a spread out offense, I don't think you're gonna do too much to the Broncos this season.
I'm thinking over 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking over 2 because they playing like this whole division is playing the AFC South. They playing the AFC South and then they playing the NFC East. Now, while the NFC East is tough, we not sold on the Giants and we ain't sold on the Cowboys either. At least I'm not, as a true threat. Now, Washington and Philly, they're going to be, I think, legit contenders in the NFC, but those other 2 teams, I think you can get, and you might can get all 4, just depending on when you play them. So, I think it lines up nice, particularly for the Chiefs. Going to be the Chiefs, and I think the Raiders just ain't there, But it's definitely not lining up nice for the Broncos and the Chargers to hit the over on their win totals this year, man. So I'm going over with the Broncos. Just a little bit of betting nugget there for you guys. Go over Broncos, Chargers, NFC East, and AFC South. Not the juggernauts of the NFL. But man, this has been the AFC West preview. I think the Chiefs are still the kings of this division, but they have the Broncos and Chargers nipping at their heels now, and this could be the year where the Chiefs come in second place. This could be the year where you see a Chargers, team step up and knock the Chiefs off, or the Broncos surprise them, This could be that year. Raider fans, I think you're a couple years away, but I think you're building in the right direction with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. But this, to me, is about whether the Broncos and the Chargers can take the next step and knock off the Chiefs, man, and see the Chiefs not win this division as they seem to always do. But what's your overall thoughts for the AFC West, man, as we wrap this thing up, bro?
I think the AFC West has 3 teams with 10 wins or more again. And I think it's going to be a battle towards the end between all 3 of those teams with, I think, between the Chiefs and the Chargers. I just think the Broncos might go like 3-3 in this division. They might lose twice to the Chiefs, or they might lose twice to the Chargers and beat the Raiders twice and beat one of the other teams once. I just think that the Broncos have to get a little bit more offensive power to dominate in this division. The Chiefs are always going to be the Chiefs. Until you knock them on their ass, you got to give them respect. And I think the Chargers are that team that can literally dethrone the Chiefs over there with the way they run the ball and with the way they can spread the ball offensive wise with the quarterback and Justin Herbert, who I think they put in his best position, not to be the guy to go out there to be the hero. He's the guy to keep you afloat and make a play here or there to get you over the hump and let that defense and that running game end the game for you. You know, put him in situations where he doesn't have to be the hero and the Raiders looking up from the bottom.
Yeah, man. That's kind of how I see it in a similar matter. I do think though, you know, the Raiders might get some games, you know, and they might get a couple upset wins, a couple surprise wins in there. You know, you could very well see, you know, all these teams hit the over on their win totals. But if I had to pick right now, man, I'm thinking it's lining up real good for the Chiefs and the Broncos, man. And look, I mean, not the Chiefs and the Broncos, but the Chargers and the Broncos and the Chiefs. I'm telling you, as consistent as they are, you know, hey, it don't last forever. We seen it with the Patriots. It don't last forever, man. And these teams are building. What I like what the Chargers and the Broncos are doing is they're building a type of team that can beat the Chiefs with a strong defense and a strong running game, because you want to keep that guy right there, you know, that's screaming off the field and keep him from screaming and getting hyped like that. And the way you do that is by running the ball and definitely stopping the Chiefs' dynamic offense, man, keeping them off the field, man. So controlling time of possession, running game, defense. We also know a good running game and a defense is what you need to get through to win a Super Bowl. Offense to get you regular season wins and then get you in the dance. That defense is what's going to take you there and propel you throughout the playoffs. And I'm seeing 3 teams right now that are built to do that in this division. Raiders, you got to catch up, but you know, they'll get there soon. Stay the course. Yep. But that's all we got, man, for this edition, man. We'll come back with the next preview, man. But, man, if I ain't got nothing else if you don't, Pat.
Yeah, AFC West is going to be a very fun division to watch this season. There's going to be a lot of good football played in that division, and they're going to beat up on a lot of teams. It's going to come down who beats up on who in that division. So it's going to be a tough division, but a very fun one to watch if you like offensive football. And actually, the AFC West defense is starting to come around over there in the AFC West. It's starting to turn into a defensive division. So things change. We'll see. But this has been the AFC West preview show right here in the off season. Hey, what better than watching the Aboriginal Sports Network, man, while you're waiting for training camps to start, while you're waiting for the football season to start. NBA Finals is gone. We're here for you, man. We got your backs, man, right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. So this is NYG22, Big Pat Sports Talk. We signing out, and we'll see you on the next preview show. Which division you think is going to be? Click in and find out. Peace.
Yeah, man. Peace.